A, B, C, D, E, P, and Q are points on the number line as shown. So they are like, it's all to scale. One of the points represents the product of the numbers, that's when you times them, represented by P and Q. So we're timesing P and Q together to give one of the other numbers. Right, P and Q are greater than 0, but less than 1. And this has some consequences. For example, when we multiply them together, we're going to get another positive number. So A is out. And let's think about the other consequences. So if I have something like 0.6 times 0.7, then what happens is that we get 0.42. Actually, the product is less than each of the other numbers. If you go with if you go something like 0.7 times 2, then that ends up being greater than the number less than 1, but less than the number that was greater than 1. I mean, that's not actually relevant here, but it's just good to know these things. If you have something like 2 times 3, the product is greater than both. But let's focus on this, because that is the situation here. We've got P and Q both less than 1, and therefore the product is going to be less than each of them as well. So it cannot be E, it cannot be D, and it cannot be C, because it's got to be less than both of them. And therefore the answer has to be B. Another way to actually look at this is to say, you know what, P pretty much looks like it's a half. So we are halving Q, and Q is quite close to 1, but it's going to end up being less than a half once we've halved it. And so B even looks in the right place. So even if you didn't have it drawn on here, you could potentially, draw on a diagram roughly where it is by saying Q is like this far away from 1. So if I have that little distance and move it to maybe here, then I've got my position, which in this case is B. Nice, quite a neat question here.